and welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. My name is Jessica. Let's get to the messages that are your feminine goddess energy of your power, and tap into those energies and see what goddesses are coming in today to shine some light on perhaps the things that are missing in your life that could be key to enriching it and creating more meaning, or share some light on what gets to be healed or learned with wisdom. Let's go to our goddess deck and see exactly what goddesses will be with us today and see which ones. Oh, there's one right there. We've got Arianhad for time. So let's see what her messages and message she's going to bring. I like to do at least two goddesses to see what messages and story that they are bringing. Oh, I'm feeling that one right there. So Oshan, generosity. So time and generosity. And let's go ahead and use tarot to define what energies and whose energies we're picking up today. What signs, get a clearer picture of like a storyline of energy. Who's coming through today? I'm feeling it. These foils are a little bit on the slick side. So we've got the Magician in reverse. So there's something right there already holding us back a little bit with our own knowing. So we're going to see how these two goddesses are going to tap into, I'm feeling this one. So we've got 10 of Pentacles. Tap into our lives of what messages, of where we could use some alignment. That's what I love about goddess energy, is that this is like one big gem of a life. And when we tap into our goddess, we're getting different facets of each different one, and different characteristics and different gifts. So when we use ourselves as that conduit to let the goddess shine through, and she assists us in all of our ways. So, that one, the Sun, and I'm feeling these two as well. King of Pentacles, as well as 5 of Wands. We've got 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and then of course, like I said, the Magician in reverse. And there we go. Now we've got a lot here, and I'm feeling that they are. So we've got Death. We've got 2 of Pentacles, Strength. And then to clarify and have a little bit extra, I'm just going to set these down. I just don't have enough arms, do I? We've got King of Swords, the Lovers, 6 of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. All right, let's see who we are picking up and what energies. So we've got some different signs coming through: Leo, Scorpio. A lot of fire with the Wands, Hierophant, that one is the Lovers, King of Swords, and 6 of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. So some of you, this is a love situation. Some of you, this is money with the 10 of Pentacles as well. It's a little bit of some earthly things. So we've got love and we've got money, which that is something, like I always say, that we define ourselves a lot by our love and money. It ties us to this realm and our connections, as well as all things tangible. So I love that we've got fire energy in here, but it's interesting fire energy. So we've got 5 of Wands, which is conflict. So and then a 7 of Wands of standing in our power, and we're kind of having to push back to our own knowing, our own beliefs. The King of Pentacles is right here, and we've got this amazing goddess for time. And so the time is, as I'm hearing, is to ground into our energy into the things that are tangible. We know where we need to go. King of Pentacles energy is knowing. That masculine energy, once again, we've got to tap into and have that grounding in order for us to really create what we want to. The Magician being in reverse there's a delay in this, and in our karma, our journey. So we get out of our own way with this, and I'm going to clarify that a little bit. I'm going to do it. We'll do it with this one again. The Magician in reverse. Right there. So Four of Pentacles. We're kind of in this. I'm not moving forward. I'm happy where I'm at. This is energy of being pretty content, being comfortable, and we can't move forward into really our destiny until we open ourselves. And maybe that is what that inner fight is. This could be either we're fighting ourselves or we're fighting others around us. There is a decision that is being weighed here, and being fat and happy is really good in certain ways because we're very comfortable. We could be also just hoarding and being a little bit selfish and stingy with our prosperity and or our love. And so I'm hearing that and that's kind of where this is going, especially with Oshan. She is generosity. So if we're being stingy and we're kind of just holding on to our pentacles and going, yeah, I don't want to share, I don't want to, then we get in our own way of really, our power, because that is what the ripple effect is. Ripple effect is, it is like breathing. And we can't inhale without the exhale. So it is balance between the two of receiving and then giving. And that is, receiving is considered feminine energy, and then giving is masculine energy. And we can't give without receiving, and we can't receive without giving. And so it is tapping into, once again, energies of being balanced. And when I am seeing, and maybe this is when it comes to the goddess Arian Had, is that perhaps we're feeling like that time is an issue. I know that we've got time and we've got death sitting here. The inevitable things like death and taxes, right? It's all coming. And time can be something that is very interesting. It can create a lot of fear around time. It is a kind of a man-made thing in our world, and I won't go into that, but it is a constraint that we have developed. And with time, we know that all things come to an end. And so perhaps this sitting on your eggs, and there comes a time when we've got to have a death to that stagnation and move forward with creation. That sun card I see is joy, it's passion, and until we don't get up and get moving, we're not going to perhaps create that we want in the world, that generosity. And I'm seeing that with the Six of Pentacles, it's about sharing, it's about giving, it's about whether it is your gifts, whether it be the things that you're passionate about and sharing them with others. That is something that I see that is very important. That you've got two kings here that are very much talking about, our thoughts as well as the things that are tangible in the world. With this air energy of the King of Swords, which is Gemini, that is sometimes that goes back to that energy of duality. I want to do this, but I also want to do this. So it's getting really clear and taking action to do it. And with this balance, sometimes Well, when we don't make a choice, sometimes the universe does for us. So, or it can be a thin line between just too much, and then we lose control. So it's much, and that's where it goes to the Five of Wands. And actually, this was down here and over here. That is that conflict, and perhaps this could be a legal dispute. I'm also hearing that a legal dispute between people fighting, and there's got to be a compromise somewhere. And so there is an end to whatever this energy is. It is about money. I do see it being clearly about money. There is love. This could also be a divorce. This could be something that is coming to an end. And, you know, when I hear divorce and with this, I'm also feeling that there could be everybody's got to give. You know, there's always has to be two winning parties in order for there to come an agreement. And if this is a divorce and it's a legal dispute between maybe separation of home and finances and things like that, and that's kind of what I'm going into now, and I'm gonna, because it's just telling me, is that perhaps it's time to let everyone win a little. And I feel that, you know, we all want to win. And I have seen with not only my own divorces, but in other people's ending of relationships, that a lot of times in order for it to come, and they go through so much time spending on this thing of fighting each other, that when they just come to, okay, what can I compromise? There's a compromise here. There's a compromise, and when that happens, the sun is going to shine. Hold your strength to what is yours, but know that there's got to be something that's got to give. And sometimes in our generosity, that instead of being stingy and going, and we're holding on with fear, just show love and let go of the things that, so everyone can win. And in the future, you've got offers, like, and maybe this is also part of the offer you get to make in the gesture of love of a relationship, is, or an ending of a relationship. The love you had, the relationship you had, maybe the children that you had together. Perhaps this is a message of, you know what? I'm gonna give this, I'm gonna keep this, and everyone wins. And that's a really beautiful energy. I'm really feeling that this is a divorce and some type of a legal dispute with money. That energy right there. But this is encouraging you to tap into your King of Pentacles, of knowing that, you know what, if this is about monetary things or money things, or you will always make more. Money can be made more. And that's the law of attraction, is that when we have the energy of, yeah, take it, you know, yeah, I don't need that, you take it, and it makes that person happy, and you know without a shadow of a doubt that you will create tenfold. That creates a different energy. And then what can happen is that you can, in your strength, move forward with the sun, create more. I don't know, temperance keeps popping out at me, but it is that balance and that intuition and that higher self of going, this is ridiculous, this is stupid, and letting everyone win. That's something that our world is not into doing. It is a sum zero game, and they just don't work. Everybody's got to win. And even if they don't deserve it, they got to win somehow, some way, in ways. And we've got to be willing to compromise. So I'm going to read a little bit further on these two goddesses, because whoever this is for and what you're going through, this is not easy, especially if it was someone you loved and there was heartbreak or betrayal, or just it's time to go. they're never easy. So let's read their the divine wisdom from them, and see what their advice is on time and generosity. Okay. So, and see how this applies to you in your life. It's the beautiful mess of life. But death and taxes and time, I just feel that they should always add time, because we have a limited amount on this realm. Of course, that's also an illusion because of our higher selves and what other journeys we get to go on. But for now, be in the moment is what my heart is compelling to say, is be in the moment. You'll have a lot more time. Okay, right now, you have all the time in the world to reach the fullest potential of your intentions and desires. Arian Had, the Celtic goddess of time, is your ally, and she will ensure timing is perfect. The hours will expand to gift you with the space you need to complete anything that you started. Today, recognize that no matter what is in front of you, time is your friend. Consider that everything you intend and desire also has its own relationship to time and will come to you in the perfect form and in the perfect moment. Patience, dedication, and quiet anticipation are delicate yet potential allies for you now. Arian Had is your companion and your timing is perfect. Okay, so the alignment message is, I'm getting ahead of myself. Do you worry there is not enough time, or that you might be running out of it? Do you feel that you are too late, too stressed, or too overwhelmed to get where you need to go? This attitude is fueled by fear, which is a strange and unusual power to contract time. Arian Had is the goddess of time, has an alignment task for you. Breathe deeply and trust the process. Know that even if you are temporarily struggling, you will always have enough time to choose how you experience your reality. You can always course correct. Consider this truth. Struggles, disappointments, or seeming delays are all part of the experience of life on life's terms. Yet Arian Had says, this too shall pass. When cool heads prevail and faith steers your course, treasure is never far away. Call on the goddess Arian Had when you begin to feel overwhelmed, and she will remind you of these truths. I love that, especially in correlation to this story or someone's challenging time right now. All right, 40 for generosity and Oshan. Okay, the empowerment message. There is a universal law that centers on unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshan, the benevolent Yoruban river goddess, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, the representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, and prosperity, reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. You have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and shelter to sleep in. So it is your task to give freely of yourself, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. The goddess Oshan encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do right now, even the smallest of opportunities and gestures. The very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, time, money, assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can imagine. And when you release all attachment to the outcome, you will be surprised to see how the good fortune you have bestowed on others comes back to you tenfold. Oshan reminds you that this is a truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end. The alignment message. Sometimes you may fall prey to fears about whether you will get what you need. So you worry about money or love, and you begin withholding. You might find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for the proverbial rainy day. Do you know you cut off generous Oshan's flow and potential when you allow yourself to be convinced there is not enough? The truth is, when you begin to be miserly with your time, affection, and gifts, you will see little in return, as all you begin to notice is what isn't there. In this moment, the goddess Oshan wants to offer you this alignment task. You can't expect the great goddess to be generous with you if you show her you don't trust in the flow of her generosity. Now is the time to do the opposite of what you fear. When you feel there is not enough money, spend it to signal your trust in abundance. If you are feeling unloved, ask who can love and where you can show that you care. Even a kind gesture made to a stranger sends a sign that you trust in the generosity of the world. Don't wait to get what you want. Give it anyway to others, and you will be amazed at how things turn around. The goddess Oshun has only your best interest at heart. And so no matter if this is your story or not, all of this is applicable. But for those of you that this divorce situation resonates with, it's right there. It's, of course, give to yourself. Of course, make sure that you have enough. But we have to set that flow of knowing that no matter what, that when we put ourselves in that mode of generosity, of everyone winning, of giving, it comes back, because that's just law. And so keep going. You're doing great, but perhaps this is just a little bit of a message for realignment of what can take place. And you know your story. You know what you have to do to make everyone win. And that way you can move on. You don't have to be wasting your time in the battle. You can get on with your life, close that chapter, and really find your strength in that. That is just, it's not easy to do, to let go perhaps of things that you thought were yours. Well, create more, but get it severed so that you can move on with your life and find the person in your life, if that is what you desire, to create the love and the passion that you truly want. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that this message has served you, or parts of it. So stay in that goddess energy of power. Stay in your God energy of focus, knowing, and direction. And together we can create the lives with the energetic, conspiring together, supporting each other, and loving one another. So even when things end, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.